if you want to use it as a currency, they refer to it as cryptocurrency, but if you want to use it as a currency, it's actually not very efficient as a currency.
Recently, there's been a lot of well, not recent, well, yeah, recently, cryptocurrency and all the talk around cryptocurrency, and like it seems to be, the in thing. Everybody is, is now this whole language. Are you buying ETH? Are you, there's all kinds of conversation around cryptocurrency. What do you think about cryptocurrency as somebody who is has been into investing for a while? How, what do you think about it?
So, I mean, I went to the first time I heard about cryptocurrency, I think it was like 2017. So I had this colleague at the time, right, that was like, Bitcoin is the way. And this was 2017, right?
Yeah, actually, I remember.
So at that time, I just felt, man, you guys is just another random scam, because everybody that sent me anything on cryptocurrency then was just a scam. So I was just like, please, I'm not interested in this. I'm fine with my stock market. At that time, I was still on, let me just invest in my stocks and I'm happy. If I can get some property investment, I'm okay. Well, there's no need for any cryptocurrency, or anything like that. Over the years, they become a bit more established. I think that's the word to use. And I started to read about them just like you. I mean, recently, especially when you start to hear of the kind of people that are investing in cryptocurrency, when you start to hear of established organizations investing in, I'm not talking about Elon Musk. I'm talking about Elon Musk is he's just having fun, but I'm talking about like when you have investment companies, finance companies actually buying cryptocurrency and investing in it, then you are like, okay, this is giving it a bit of legitimacy. All right. So I decided to read up a bit on it. And of course, once this starts to happen, the price starts to go up and all that. Now, one thing about legitimacy, a lot of the financial systems of the world, the only thing holding them up is just legitimacy. It's just that some people have decided that these banks should operate in certain countries. So a lot of them are tied to maybe you have Nigerian banks are tied to the Central Bank of Nigeria, and they're given legitimacy by the laws in the country and all that. And you have the same thing in the US and the States. Cryptocurrency is not deriving its legitimacy from a country. That's where, okay, don't let me say cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is not deriving its legitimacy from a country, right? It's deriving its legitimacy, so to speak, from, now I'm going into a gray area where I'm not familiar, but it's deriving it from the fact that it's something that is unique and can be tracked, basically. Like, let me just leave it like that. Now, how do I see it? I think again it goes back to that principle of investing in things that you understand. Now, when you talk about cryptocurrency, so there are three levels to it. There's the whole technology itself, which has multiple uses, right? But when we now come to the currencies or the coins or Bitcoin in particular, there are different types of coins. Now, let's take Bitcoin for starters. The way I see Bitcoin, because it's one of the oldest or practically the first in terms of crypto,
Yeah, it was one of the earliest.
a lot of people have a lot of faith in it. There's a lot of money in it, and that's giving it some sort of legitimacy. Now, in terms of its value or as an investment, the way I see it is the same way I see something like gold. Gold in itself is just a piece of metal. It's not inherently, you could say it's valuable, but a lot of times when people trade on gold and when people invest in gold, they're not investing in it because, oh, you can create a gold tooth for this. It's not like they've calculated the the value, the supply chain and everything. They're just investing on it based on, I'm buying this gold now and I'm hoping that in 5 years time the price will go. It's the same way people invest in most commodities, oil, rice, wheat and all that. They're buying it anticipating that the price will go up. Most people that buy land and hold, buy land and hold. That's why you hear all this hold, hold, hold. The idea is you're buying and holding that what the HODL, HODL. You're buying and holding, hoping the price will go up, which is pure speculation.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people do with Bitcoin. They're buying it and holding it and hoping that the price will go up in another, I don't know, few months, few weeks, few years, and when it goes up, they can sell it. That in itself is, you haven't created any value. There's no business around that. It's just an item that we've all given legitimacy because we all believe that it has some value. It doesn't have any inherent value in itself, right? It's not as if Bitcoin has any. If you want to use it as a currency, they refer to it as cryptocurrency, but if you want to use it as a currency, it's actually not very efficient as a currency. The transactions take time, and it's actually simpler unless you are trying to do something that requires a lot of, what's the word, security and everything. It's simpler and easier to use regular dollars or pounds or any other currency than to use cryptocurrency. It's the same way it's easier for me to give you cash than give you a bar of gold, even though the bar of gold might be expensive and have the same value as the cash. But you'd rather collect cash from, like, if I wanted to pay you for a service now, and I had gold bars that have the exact same value as cash, you would probably take the cash if you needed the money. Unless you are interested in in an investment and all that, you probably like, just give me the cash. You understand? It's like, instead of me giving you gold, then you have to start looking for a way to convert the gold to cash, or where we even save it and all that. And you see this, you are having the same challenge with cryptocurrency. You need to get a wallet, then you need to buy something. You can't use it. You have to have a ledger somewhere. It's not very useful as a currency. But the same way gold is not very useful as a currency, but we all believe that it has value, right? Which is fine. So it's giving it some legitimacy. So now some people are buying Bitcoin today, just the same way people are buying gold today, and they are holding, hoping that in a number of months or years the price will go up. Then they can sell, and then they make the money. So that's really how I see Bitcoin, for instance. So really, if you invest in it, and I have some Bitcoin, I have some money in Bitcoin. If you invest in it, you need to understand that this is what it is. It is not inherently valuable. It's just something that it's more like you are taking a gamble, right? We're all just hoping and praying that the price will go up. Which is why you see people lamenting on social media whenever the price dips small. I'm like, the price can dip now because the price can go up. It can go up and it can go down. It's just a gamble, right? Which is why for that kind of thing, you put money that you don't mind if it goes to zero, because you know that it can go to the moon, just like they say, it can go to the moon or it can go to zero. Either way, it can happen. Just put any money you can risk, But it's just to understand what it is. Once you understand what it is that you've invested in, then it's fine. But if you're investing in it like, oh, this is going to be my pension, I'm sorry for you, it's not your pension. Now, the way it gets a bit interesting is when you look at other things like ETH. Now, the thing about Ethereum that makes it interesting is beyond just being a currency, it involves another application of blockchain technology. The beauty of blockchain technology is it keeps a register of every transaction that has happened using it on the blockchain. All right. So what Ethereum does, or can be used for beyond just as a currency, it can also be used as a currency. Just like almost anything can be used as a currency, to be honest, so long as there are enough people that agree that, oh, we all want to use this item as a currency, it will be okay as a currency. What makes Ethereum a bit better is beyond just using it as a currency, you can also use it to have like digital contracts, or basically because it can save a history of everything that has happened. So that's where NFTs come in. So for instance, if let's say I sing a song, but I want to sell the royalties of that song to you, Normally, if I want to sell the royalties to you, I would maybe be sign a contract with a court. But with something like Ethereum, I can do it quite faster, right? I can just set up that whole transaction with Ether and transfer the rights to you. And so long as you have the rights details and all that, you own that royalty or those rights. So that's something else you can do with Ethereum that you can't really do with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was set up just to be a currency. But Ethereum is a bit more intelligent in what you can use it for. So you can use it as a currency. You can also use it as a store of contracts and other things. I'm turning this thing into a lecture. But one other thing that makes that makes Bitcoin a bit more valuable than Ethereum is that there's a limit on the number of Bitcoins that will ever be created. So at some point, you will run out of Bitcoin. So it's not as if you can always have new Bitcoin every year. So at some point, there will only be a particular number of Bitcoin in the world. So of course, so long as there is increasing demand, so you have 7 billion people on the planet, but you only have maybe 1 million Bitcoin. So long as more people say I want to buy Bitcoin, the value will continue to grow. So that's something else in its favor, But if we all say we don't want Bitcoin or we don't care, then that's it. Do you understand? So what's giving it legitimacy is the fact that everybody wants it, everybody's trying to buy it because they are hoping that the price will go up. The day we all say, okay, we don't care if the price goes up or down, then that's the end of Bitcoin. It's very, very unlikely that will happen, but it's possible. But Ethereum, on the other hand, has an unlimited supply. They're going to keep making it. Not like they're going to keep. They can keep making it. They didn't put a restriction on the number of Ethereum coins that will be generated. Now, that means the value may not go up like that, because if something is scarce, it's likely to get more expensive. So it may not get more expensive in terms of the cost, but because of the other usages that it has, the demand may continue to rise. So that's the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin. But again, try and understand whatever. So to summarize all this long story that I've said, just try and understand whatever you're getting into. Understand what you're getting into. Don't put money that you can't afford to lose. This just general advice. Don't put money you can't afford to lose in something as new as this. But it's a whole new world, right? And even me, I put money there, but
that is fun. Okay, so thanks for the lecture on cryptocurrency. I think I still have some research to go and do now. But yeah, thank you for that.